XRP just hit its lowest price in nearly 4 months. But here's the weird part. Some of the data underneath the surface is telling a completely different story. Right now, XRP is trading around the $1.20 level after briefly dropping as low as $1.18, marking a 15-week low. And if you're only looking at the chart, things don't look great. Price broke below the important $1.25 support area. Momentum is weak. Fear is high. And a lot of traders have been heading for the exits. But once you start digging into the blockchain data, the picture gets a lot more interesting. Because while price has been falling, more than 25 million XRP have reportedly left exchanges over the past several days. Think about that for a second. If investors were truly panicking, you'd normally expect coins to be moving onto exchanges so they can be sold. Instead, millions of XRP are moving off exchanges. That doesn't automatically mean a rally is coming. But it definitely doesn't match the panic you might assume from looking at the chart alone. And then there's Binance. Inflows have reportedly dropped to their lowest levels of 2026. Again, that's not what you'd normally expect during a major sell-off, so you've got weak price action on one side and some surprisingly constructive on-chain signals on the other. That's why the market feels so conflicted right now. The chart says be careful. The blockchain data says something else might be happening. Now let's talk about the levels traders are watching. The biggest support zone sits around $1.21. Just beneath that is the recent low around $1.18. If buyers continue defending that area, XRP could start working its way back toward the upper end of the range around $1.27. But there's still work to do. Several resistance levels remain overhead around $1.32, $1.36, and $1.38. Those are the levels bulls eventually need to reclaim if they want to fully shift momentum back in their favor. On the flip side, if XRP loses the $1.18 level decisively, the current stabilization thesis starts falling apart, and traders could begin preparing for another leg lower. So right now, XRP is basically sitting at a crossroads. And honestly, those are often the moments that become the most interesting, because when everyone agrees on what's coming next, markets tend to be boring. It's when the signals start conflicting that things get really unpredictable. Now, stepping back from XRP for a moment, I think this story highlights a bigger trend happening across crypto. Investors are becoming increasingly focused on infrastructure. Not just which coin pumps next. Not just which token is trending on social media. Infrastructure. Because the future of crypto probably isn't Bitcoin replacing Ethereum or Solana replacing Bitcoin. The bigger opportunity may be connecting all these ecosystems together. That's part of why projects like Liquid Chain have been getting attention recently. Not financial advice, obviously, but Liquid Chain is currently in its Layer 3 pre-sale with the token priced around 0.01466. And with the next price increase happening in just over a day, the pre-sale continues moving through its stages. What caught my attention is the problem it's trying to solve. Right now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana all operate largely as separate ecosystems. Liquid Chain's goal is to connect Bitcoin liquidity, Ethereum's DeFi ecosystem, and Solana's speed into a unified execution layer. Whether it succeeds or not remains to be seen. But the trend itself is obvious. The crypto industry is moving toward interoperability, and projects focused on connecting ecosystems are getting more attention because of it. Bringing it back to XRP, the next few days could tell us a lot. If buyers keep defending support and exchange outflows remain strong, this recent fear could eventually look more like accumulation than capitulation. But if support breaks, the market may need to absorb another round of selling before finding its footing. Either way, XRP is definitely one of the most interesting charts in crypto right now.